Okay, today is Saturday, August 27th. We are completely messed up today because we are going the opposite way because there is an end-to-end Beaver Valley section hike today, and the parking lot where we ended last week is full, according to the trail angel who's picking us up at the end. So instead of us starting on the map at 23.8, whatever it is, and parking there, we're starting at the end, which is 43 something, so we got 20 kilometers to do today. Yeah, so, and it's chilly too. It's about 11 degrees, and for our one American viewer, that's double it and add 30, and there you go. Okay, so we're starting, it's about 8:10 in the morning. We got an early start, and we're out here, and we're heading backwards, so we're gonna be messed up for a while, reading the instructions on the map and working through the map. But we're starting at a top part of the hill today, very high up, so it's good. Hopefully it's going to work out to our advantage. We're going to go backwards and down the side of this hill, not have to climb it instead if we had gone the normal way from the 23 kilometer marker. Anyway, here we go. We're just starting, just so you can see, we're at Grey Highlands Side Road 7B is where the starting point is, up on the top of this mountain here. And it's very dark in here, and that's good that we're at the top of the mountain though. It's very dark in here to the lookout. I guess, like I said, we're right at the top of the mountain here. This was quite a drive up, just the side road to get up here. We couldn't do more than 15 kilometers an hour because the car was really chugging away. It was a steep climb up this mountain. We're at a really high elevation right now. Yeah. It is eerily quiet up here at the top of this mountain, and look at the trees. It's so dense up here. All these birch trees. I'm giving you a 360 here. Really dense in this section. I mean, the trail is nice and clear, so it's not a problem, but it's a very dense forest, so it's making it even darker than normal. Trail conditions are good though. It's clear, but it's cold. It's very cold out. That's why I had my toque on instead of my my ball cap. All right, we're going through this very rocky, rooty section, but the view, so there's quite a drop. Again, we're right at the top of this mountain. This mountain's probably a 40-story mountain here, and the view, so you drop down to the ravine. It's about a 5-story drop down below there, and it's very, like I said, it's very dense in here. The trees are very thick, but the ground is, rocky and rooty working through, but it's cold. It's cold. Especially being in the woods here, not out in the open. We've come up to this side trail here, Ken Young Side Trail, and I think that leads back to the road, but we're continuing on the main trail here. That's good. Now we have a reference point to make sure we're not going the wrong way since we're heading backwards. Even way up here on the top of this mountain, there is a bridge. It's over all this rocky, rooty section. There's water running up here too. Oh, actually, it's not running. It's just kind of sitting. But here's your first bridge of the day. And again, continuing through this very rocky, rooty section. So I guess we weren't at the pinnacle of the mountain, because here's a good story and a half climb to get to the top. If I look around, I can see we're right at the top of this mountain here. So this will be the only climb we're going to have to do right now. Going over a corduroy bridge here. And you can hear the water running. We can't see anything, but looks like we're coming out into this open field area now. We come out of the woods and out to this open field here. You can see It's very quiet in here. You can't hear anything. No birds, no nothing. There's no noise whatsoever in here. Right, we're making a left back into the woods. A little bit of a climb, but there's a picnic table here. So we've only come about a kilometer into the hike area, so anybody wanted to have a picnic out in this area, it's very peaceful, very quiet. I imagine when the sun works its way around, it'd be very nice in here. We're heading back into the woods and up. I'm gonna call it story and a half. We're still climbing, so it's gonna be probably a 3-story when we're done. And what was it you said? Yeah, how do we? So we've turned a bend and we're climbing again. Another story here. It's been more climbing than expected, considering the car right up to where we parked. We're still following, hoping to see that big lookout point. We can see the mountains over in the distance. Too many trees blocking everything right now. You can't see anything, but it's quite the mountain. We're back to this hollow sound in the ground again, so you can see there's crevices over to the left side of us that we've been following along, but I'm sure there's a cave system underneath here because you've got that hollow sound underneath the ground. You can't see, but there's a jut out over on that side, on that mountain there, off into the distance. It's quite a view. If these trees weren't in the way, we could have a really good view. There's a good 12-story drop off the side of the path here, down below. I don't think you'd fall all the way. There's so many trees that you'd be stopping like 10 feet from here, but it's quite a drop down there. We're still working through this section, very rocky. We haven't descended at all, so we're basically floating along the top of this mountain. South Bruce Trail North. Here's your directions where we are. Tobermory 415 kilometers. Wyerton 256 kilometers. Yeah, we got a ways to go. And there's a little bench here, but again, the trees are in the way. If I crouch down, now I have figured out how to use the zoom on the GoPro. So I'm gonna pop it off my head here and zoom in and take a picture and you can see it. I'm holding the GoPro in my hand and I've zoomed in as far as I can zoom. So you're getting the view off into the horizon, seeing forever distance-wise. Beautiful little pond down there in that one piece of property. I don't know how well the GoPro is doing the zoom, but it's quite the view. We've got this one tree in the way, which is kind of annoying. But over to the left here, you can see a lot of, I'm going to stand up, ski slopes and stuff along the way. This is going to be cool here. Bruce Trail down between this crevice. This is one of the things we read, and I just slipped. This is one of the things we read. Wow, this is cool. We're heading right through this section. Let's make sure we're going the right way to start with, because we got screwed up last time. You can see a little marker down here, so we are headed in the right direction through this crevice in Beaver Valley crevice down here. You can see that marker sitting on that little sticking out stump of wood there. Yeah, right through this section here. This is cool. It's cool and cold because it's obviously not getting any sunlight and there's probably cave structures around, but it's a lot easier to manage this section than the other section we went through last time. Okay, working down. So it's a steep descent. It's a good 2.5 story descent here. working down this thing. But here's your view. I'll give you a 360 right inside this crevice here. And you can see we came from up there, which is about 1.5 stories so far. And then rocks on both sides, all the way down. It's pretty cool. It's very eerie and quiet. It's dark. All those sensations working down. Pretty cool if you get a chance to come and do this one without slipping like I just did. Okay, at the bottom, looking up, you get the view. You should take a picture of up. So a good 3 stories high through this crevice here. Aside from that section through the crevice we just went through, good 3-story descent. We've already done 3 stories descent, so about 6-story descent so far, and we're going way down there. That's going to be another 3.5 stories, so it's going to be like a 9-story descent by the time we hit the base where it looks like it's leveled off down there, unless we turn a corner and there's more descending. But looks like maybe we're coming down off this mountain here, but heading down, moving on. Extremely rocky section we're working through now. There's not a lot of place for footing. As I'm recording, we just came out of it. It's very, oh, we're going back into it? Okay. Very rocky, very, the rocks are wet because it's still early in the morning, so. Water, yeah. Okay, so this will be a fun section to get through because everything's soaked around here. As I get to it, you can hear the water running. See it crossing over these rocks here. Very slippery, extremely slippery. Back up. Well, we've been working our way through this rocky, very rocky section across the path. Kind of like the Toronto section was. And this and that hollow ground, you know, there's a good cave structure under here. Still very rocky through here. Like we're moving very slowly, so it's going to be a longer day because we're not making up really any time trying to navigate through these rocks. It's quite rocky. Like we haven't seen this in quite a while. It's definitely gnarly through this section. There's a lot of rocks. Every step you take is on a rock, skirting on a rock. Very rocky through here. And the trail is getting a little messy around this section too. Yeah, it's getting very narrow through here. Bridge, but there's no trail here. It's everything's grown right over. There is no trail. We can't see the ground, and with all these rocks it makes it very difficult because you can't catch your footing. We are very slow moving through here. So yeah. Yeah. This is not conducive to making up any time. Very rocky. Yeah, and full on water too. You've got water running down here and the bugs are coming out again. So not all the good conditions right now to enjoy. As part of the end-to-end that's happening on the Beaver Valley section, I don't know how you're going to get all these people through here. This is a very slow moving section, and back there the trail was really covered. You couldn't see it. This is a tough section we're working through right now. Very tough and slippery. The rocks are slippery. I think we've come out of it, so unfortunately you won't have any pictures through there, just the GoPro videos, because neither one of us are willing to pull out a camera and risk slipping on that stuff. So good thing we got the GoPro, and it's recalibrated, so everything should be working well on it. I heard an oh goody, and I didn't get to see what's coming. Oh goody. nice climb. I can see the marker up there, so it's a good 4-story. There's these wood blocks hammered in, but you can see we're on the side of this bluff here, but we're climbing. Now you get the image of the bluffs. Over to the right here, they seem to have leveled off now, so yeah, it's quite a ways up too. 2.5 stories up that side. Back to this rocky wonderland here, up and over. Dangerous with everything still being wet. It's very rocky through here. Holy smokes. Oh, and then we're climbing. It's hard to keep track of where you're going when you're watching your feet below. But right along the bluff here, hopefully a piece of rock doesn't decide to break off right now. Yeah, we're going up. I might as well keep the recording going until we get out of this, which who knows. Oh, look at up there. So another story and a half through the rocks. I am not going to record through here to make sure I don't slip. Unless you're here, you do not have the concept. So we've come from down there through the rocks, and we're basically doing a true vertical right here up through these sets of rocks. I know it's only going to be a story, but it's a true vertical. Okay, we're still working through this. We just switched spots. Yeah, and you've got your head down, so we actually started going to the left. Missed this marker here, but we didn't go very far. That was fun. Let's hope this is the way it's going to be for a while. That was definitely an endurance test. Luckily we started. Could you imagine if we did start at 23 and then had to work through that after already doing 20 kilometers? That would have been tiring. So I guess it did work out that we were parked at the other end. We've come out of that section of the woods and we're on this ATV road right here now. So let's hope it's flat for a little bit and we can catch our breaths. We're coming out of this ATV trail here to one of the parking areas at 39.3. I think we're going to be doing a little bit of road walking for a while. So the trail, this section was nice to, have a break, and then the road walking. We've made a right onto this Fox Ridge Road, which you're going to be following for a while. So this is considered a road, in case you're wondering. We're making a right, follow road to trail. Lonely road ahead. Nothing to see. Off this lonely road here, we're heading back into the woods. It's really hard to read the instructions and go the opposite way. Hopefully this is the only time we're going to have to do this. So we're heading back, probably skirting this section of trail between the two fields, obviously, because all we see are two fields. So heading in, 37 something is what I think the marker we're at. Heading back in. Just wedged between these two fields. Well shaded. Ground's hard, so it's nice and easy. Just skirting along here. It was kind of a narrow section through the start between the two fields, but now it's opened up to a full forest. And you got all these loose rocks below. We're kind of doing a subtle descent, but all these rocks are slipping under your feet. And yeah, this thing's opened up to a big wide forest now. Very flat rocks here, moving rocks, and we're heading up, so it's very slippery. Rocks are sliding under your feet here. I don't know how much higher we're going to climb. I don't think we're going to go very high, but we're back into this really rocky section here. Still climbing. Apparently in this section we're going to get some really good views of Georgian Bay and the Beaver Valley. So we'll see soon. We are coming out of the woods, and there is quite a view. Georgian Bay straight ahead. I think I might take the GoPro off and see if I can capture it on the GoPro. Hold tight. Okay, so I've zoomed in with the GoPro. This is what you're getting. View of Georgian Bay down into Beaver Valley. Still lots of trees in the way though. As we move down, you get views from both sides, left and right, of the valley. I'm not zooming in. We're going to get a couple pictures. And so we're on this narrow little path, and we're getting the view over on the left of Beaver Valley, the mountains and stuff, I think. So we're heading off to the right now, but too many trees in the way to get a good view. And the apples have all turned in this section. They're all red now through here. Back into the woods, out from the sun, and a little bit of a climb. So I just picked up one of these apples on the ground here. This one looks nice. I might stick it in the backpack and we might cut it out after. Looks no bugs, looks like it's in good shape. Might cut this one up. Just about missed it. Little stream, mud stream, barely moving. Flowing down. We've been climbing for a ways, so very gradually, but a little bit of a stream here. And we're climbing some more. Probably top of that, about a story and a half. The stream, very gentle stream here, and no bridge, just a log. Back over. We're back out into the open here. Field, both sides of us. There's a house over there, so we must be close to the road, and you can see all the baled hay in that field behind me. We're going to be probably coming up to the road shortly. We're still walking through this field here. I'm still waiting to get to the road because there's a house right there, so we must be close, but we've been following this field for quite a distance backwards, and there's a house there, so we got to be close to the road. This road is called, it's a mouthful, it's called the Blue Mountains Euphrasia Town Line. Long name for a road. And we're heading to the right. There's your cows again, a whole bunch of them. We're not in the field with them though this time. There's a whole pile of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Oh, there's more way over there. 20 to 25. Oh yeah, there's some right here. Oh, we'll get a closer view of them. You probably can't get it through the trees, but there's a nice waterfall. You might be able to get a picture right here through that. Too many trees. We've come to side road 10 in the community of Duncan. I'm going to go read that sign. We're going to get a picture of that Duncan memorial sign, whatever it is. Yeah, we're in the small community of Duncan right now. And you'll have to look it up on a map because I don't know where it is. Okay, we're heading down this steep, so you can see the bluffs on the side here. We're heading down this steep section of rock. I'm going to keep the recording going for a minute. And hopefully neither one of us kills ourselves. Yeah, it's a steep rock descent here. Yeah, this is back into this stuff like before. Once we get down here, you can see the bluff, the crack in the bluff here, through this muddy, rocky section here, and we can hear the water running below. Can't see anything yet, but it's pretty muddy through here and rocky. And we're going down. We're doing a descent, very gentle. Well, it's not gentle, but moderate descent through this mud area here. We finally see that stream that we've heard for quite a ways. There was a big drop there. There would have been a nice little waterfall down below, but we couldn't see it. There's a little bit of a waterfall right there. I don't know if you can see it. I'm actually going to go down a little bit. I'm going to go down here if I can get down. Oh, to here. Okay. There, you can see that waterfall now. Coming up here. Nice. It's peaceful. I haven't seen a waterfall in quite a while. So that one's about, I don't know, I'm going to guess about 4 feet maybe. 4 to 5 feet of a drop. Bridge. And you've got the waterfall that we were just looking at a second ago going over the rocks. We'll head over the bridge, see what we can see upstream. It's just kind of winding. This stream's kind of winding through, and then the big drop. We've come out of the woods, and we're now skirting along the side of this field here, out in the open, and the sun's getting hot. So hopefully we're going to be going back into the woods in a minute, because we've had a bit of time outside of the woods, so it's been hot. Now we're skirting along the side of this soybean field here, but we're going back into the woods now. Well shaded, flat terrain, well shaded. Tiny bridge, a little bit of water, you know the drill. This section of trail right close to the edge, make one wrong move and down you go. And that's a good 6-story drop below all these loose rocks here. So the trail is actually, it's sloped down heading towards the ravine, so you gotta be careful. Look at these rocks, kind of cool formation of some of these. Climb 3-story through the rocks, onward and obviously upward. Well, there hasn't been any wow things to record. Well, I'll give you a 360. We're buried here in the woods. We're kind of doing ups and downs and ups and downs. And then the ground's hard, so it's easy to walk, but just kind of working our way through this. It's very peaceful and quiet in here. There's not a lot of activity going on, a lot of birds chirping or anything, but trail's open and it's we're shaded, so everything's good. Come out of the woods and we've opened up to this ATV utility track here. Oh, we're going right back into the woods, so that was brief.
Rock face over there.
All right, well, let's go see the rock face. All right, I'm coming off the trail here over to the edge, and she can push me anytime she wants right now. You can see that that rock cliff face over there. Can't see much of anything else. The trees are in the way. I hear a very large stream running though down below. We've got this rock descent down here. And the section is really slippery because I don't know why it's still so slippery. It must have rained a lot in the last couple of days, but the rocks are wet. The ground is sloppy, sticking to your shoes, and we're kind of working down here. There's zigzag descent along the way. Steep descent, a 2 to 3 story descent through these rocks. It's been challenging with the footing today for loose rocks. And you just gotta find your footing somewhere and pick a spot, because these rocks are moving. You can't see it under my feet, but they're tilting. After all that weaving and bobbing and balancing on those rocks, our reward here is the big, long bridge. This is a good 100 feet long, easy, 100 feet at least, over a marshy section to start with, but it's a big stream ahead. And it's flowing in multiple directions. You get the view, so it's going over to the left, and a little rapids over to the left, and then hanging off over to the right, more rapids to the right. And if we look upstream, where it's coming from, this is a wide stream. I'm guessing it's 15 feet across, 15 to 20 feet across right now. Big wide stream. Oh, this is a nice little spot here. Nice little spot. You want to just sit, listen to the stream, watch the water flow by. Nice little spot for sitting. And look at this. We are going elevation unknown, straight up. We're going straight up. That's a 5-story climb, easy. Right, another complete vertical. I know it's only a story and a half, maybe 2, but it's vertical, completely vertical. As you can see, watch. Slow moving. That's straight up. That's this right up this hill here, straight up the side of the hill. I'm thinking going backwards from 43 kilometer to 23 kilometer, we got gypped. We would have done more descending than ascending, going the normal way, as we're doing a lot of climbing. So we got ripped off. So we've come out of the woods finally. Skirt along the bean field. Oh, we're back into the woods. It only takes a minute, but this is a different kind of woods. These trees are all petrified. We should be coming to a road soon. I'm guessing we're going to head back out in the open field. A quick trip through the forest and back out again into an open field area, different field this time. This should take us to the road because I see a house over to the left. That was a long section of trail, very long. Where are we? We're out to the road and we're turning to the right. So we are at, this looks like Looks like almost we're just crossing over at whatever 10th line, if this is 10th line. So looks like we're just crossing over. We're actually not turning right, we're just going straight, continuing on. I guess we're going into the woods again. The Metcalf crevice side trail here. It's very cool. There's a bunch of idiots behind us. Not afraid to say it either. Told them we're recording and they don't care. That's fine. Okay. Working through it. Very, very rocky section here. Yeah, they just don't know how to shut up. Okay, so this is it's very cool. You can feel the air. It's air conditioned. And I almost see a little bit of fog through here. This is cool. I'm going to keep the recording going. We can get far enough away from those people. It goes up. That's cool. It goes up. We're heading up the Metcalf Trail, crevice side trail here, and it's a rock climb. It's a rock climb. Yeah, straight up. Look at this, into the rocks here. No, I'm fine doing this. I'm more worried about you. Okay.
Holes are the problem.
It's very slippery in here. You need to find some. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. Wow. This is gnarly. Look at this. Okay. Okay, you can see the view from here. We've made it up. From down there, we basically rock climbed. We've rock climbed. I'm gonna come over here and get a picture of you. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, so we're heading down. Hang on a minute, I'll get a picture of you. Okay, apparently we cannot go down there. And what a time for my GoPro to die. Would have been good. And there's a cave. There's a cave over to the left. There's other people in here. Okay, we're still working our way through this thing here, this crevice. So you had a view of the wide crevice, the cave, that we got someone to take a picture of us soon, and we're trying to work through our way out of this side now. This crevice, and my GoPro's dead. What timing? How do you like that? Okay, look at this. We just came out back to the original starting point. We went all the way around Del Loop. Look at this. This is what we did. This is what we climbed up. Totally gnarly. Incredible. Well, what a time for the GoPro to die after going in that cave, crevice, and all that section. That was probably one of the most interesting, difficult things we've ever done. You can see there's people that are rappelling up the side of that rock face. We were in there. We were going through the crevice in there. We're back on the main trail, working our way up, but yeah, we came back down the same way. We probably didn't have to. But if you see over to the left, You can see kind of an opening, a crevice there. We were in that. That was pretty crazy. Incredible. We're going up. You see people rappelling this. Pretty amazing. Caves and crevices all over the section here. Look at that. I'm glad we did that section, but it was just draining. It was definitely draining. Pulling yourself up the side of that rock face. Yeah, it was tiring, and now we're still climbing, and we got a good 6-story climb ahead of us. What time for the GoPro to die. That was such poor timing, and I still don't have a battery. That was such poor timing. Chuck Grant Side Trail off to the left. We're heading off to the right. We're both pretty tapped out after that, doing all that rock climbing and caving. Hopefully the pictures turn out. I'm so upset that the GoPro battery had died. So we did try and get some videos on both cameras. We'll see how that turns out. Hopefully it'll turn out and you got to enjoy it. We're back into the woods after being out in the heat. We're both pretty smoked doing the rock climb and still been climbing up here on this mountain. We've got about 3 kilometers to go to get to the end for the day. So here we go. We are back out into the open field again in the sun. Hopefully not for long. Oh, JW. This is your one for the day here. It doesn't look like much. It's only 4 steps. But when we've just done the rock climbing we've done, it feels like a mountain. It does not say turn, and there is a style. JW, what do we do? It does not say turn. I don't see any other ways. No, we got to go over. Okay, we're going over. We'll hopefully see a marker up a little further. Oh, barbed wire too. Up and over. Yes? Yes? There, now I can turn it off. Everything now seems kind of mundane compared to that Metcalf Crevice Side Trail section we just did. Everything now just seems kind of simple. I do say so. JW, you're hitting the jackpot. Another style near the end. This is a big one too. No way for you to cheat. You have to go over. Much to see here. We're shaded. Looks like we're going to go out into the open for a minute, but the path is flat. Hasn't been hard, so there's not much to see. JW used to be a style, not anymore. They've taken it down. Sorry about your luck. Back out in the open again. Bench in the middle of nowhere. Dedication. Wendy loved the Bruce Trail and I loved her. Very nice dedication. We are getting eaten alive here right now, and it's dark in this section, very dark. You guess, you get to guess. It's a roulette wheel, you get to guess. You're going to the right? Okay, we're heading right. There is a marker to the right, so this is the correct way. Only got ripped off starting at 43, coming back to 23. We had done all the climbing from 0 to 23, and now we would have reaped the rewards from 23 to 43, but instead we're getting the climbs. Someone is not looking after us. After doing 18.5 kilometers, we get to climb again. So we've turned the corner, and there's another easy 2-story climb here. With the 2 stories we already done, 4.5, maybe 5, which is not a big deal at the beginning, but it adds up. Okay, we can see the road ahead. We're almost there. We're out at the Blue Mountain Grey Road 2 JW. You get one last style to end the day. And over. Out to the road. The very busy road. I forgot how busy this road was last week when we were here. Very busy. This is it. This is, you can see the stile across the street. That's where we ended last week. We have about 600 meters to walk to the parking area to meet our trail angel. So I'm going to stop here. It was a 21-kilometer day. Very long day, but cool. We had lots of fun stuff to do. So that's it for today.